Hey, hey, it's your girl Laura Messiah here, and in today's video, I'm actually gonna hit you with a bit of a little truth bomb, a bit of a Lauren rant. It's probably gonna hurt your feelings, but we're doing it anyways, all right? So I'm gonna pose this question. Do you have a business or do you have an expensive hobby? I had posed this question to my students who are in my mastermind, okay? I have like a high-level mastermind for personal stylists, and quite honestly, some of them were goofing around. They were goofing. And I was like, yo, y'all spent a lot of money to be here in this mastermind. You spent a lot of money, building your business, but y'all don't have businesses. What y'all have is expensive hobbies. They didn't like this, but they needed this. And guess what? Y'all need this too. I did a similar rant, more, hardcore inside of Style Boss Academy because y'all really need to hear this. We're bringing this message to the masses up on the YouTube, right? So here's the thing. Entrepreneurship has become quite sexy, quite trendy. Everybody wants to be a fucking entrepreneur. Well, do I need to bleep that to YouTube's? Nah, way cool. Everybody wants to be a freaking entrepreneur. They're like, oh, it's so glamorous. Here's how I be an entrepreneur. I write it in my Instagram bio. Da-da! Girl. No! That's you calling yourself a business owner doesn't make you a business owner. You calling yourself a stylist doesn't make you a stylist. Call yourself whatever, it doesn't mean anything. I could change my Instagram bio to zookeeper. Does that mean I'm a zookeeper? Hell no. It doesn't mean I'm a zookeeper, okay? So a lot of you guys are saying that you're personal stylist, saying that you're entrepreneur, saying that you're a style boss, but really what you have is an expensive hobby. This means you're doing all the things to show, to signal that you are doing this for a living. You've got the website, you've got the Instagram, maybe you have a few clients, but that's it. You're flossing, right? You're profiling, you're cheesing it, and you don't have what it takes. So if you actually want to be a business owner, an entrepreneur, a style boss, a real live bona fide personal stylist, you need to ask yourself the following questions. Question number 1, are you actually generating revenue? Are you generating revenue, and are you generating predictable revenue? So maybe you have like a step above an expensive hobby, you have a side hustle, but to actually have a bona fide business, you need to not only generate revenue, but predictable revenue. You need to know that you are going to bring in, if you do what is required of you, you're going to bring in X amount of dollars per month, per year. I live solely off of my business, and I have been doing so for over 12 years. In fact, it'll be my 13-year anniversary of being a stylist in August, okay? I live solely off of the income that I generate. This is how I live, right? So I know that I'm gonna have enough money to, pay my bills, have the things that I want to have, my organic food and my clothes and whatnot, enough money to run my business, enough money to pay the people who help me run the business. I know how much is coming in. Obviously you don't always hit your targets and goals. If you're like, ooh, I want to do 80,000 this month and you do 70,000, sometimes shit happens, but you're still going to be making enough money. So when you're an entrepreneur, you have the skill set and you have built a business where you can predict things. If you have an expensive hobby, sometimes you're not even making money, you're losing money. I teach inside of Style Boss Academy, inside of Module 10, we talk all about the money, setting up your business, the things that a lot of people don't think about. They're like, oh, I dress people for a living. Yay, I'm an entrepreneur. No. Do you have, your bank account? Do you have, the people on your team? Are you tracking your numbers? They weren't doing that. And now that they are, they see that what they previously had was an expensive hobby. They're like, I wasn't even calculating how much time, energy, and money it cost me to do X, Y, Z. I didn't actually balance out the hours it took to do a styling job or the losses that happened during the job. You know what a really common loss is for personal stylists? Buying yourself clothes when you should be shopping for your clients. Yeah. So every time you shop for a client, the few clients that you have, and you're like, oh, let's get myself a shirt, get myself a little dress, subtract that. You're really not making any money. And that's why you're like, I can't figure out why I can't quit my 9-to-5. Because you're not making money. You have an expensive hobby. Get a normal hobby like knitting. I don't know. Go to Michael's and get you some yarn. That's a hobby. If you're actually going to do this, you may as well turn it into a business and figure out how to make that predictable, repeatable revenue every month. Get a hobby, make some bracelets, paint. I don't know, paint by number. That's fun and easy. Going down the same wavelength. That's a wavelength. The second question that you want to ask yourself to determine if you have an expensive hobby or a bona fide business is, can you create repeatable results in your business? Okay. So sometimes, you get really lucky. This happened to me in the very beginning of my business. I got really lucky in terms of, and to be clear, I'm not really a subscriber to luck. Okay. I work really hard for what I have and what I do. So luck, when people say, oh, you're so lucky you're successful, like, nah, girl, I work my ass off. But there are some little lucky streaks that you can get in business. And sometimes you can fool yourself into thinking that everything's great. So in the beginning of my business, I seized an opportunity, got my very first client, and because I did such a good job, she referred me to a second client. That's not luck. That's like, good job, Lauren. But that second client she referred me to happened to be very successful, very powerful. So she had me style her husband right after. Score, client number 3. She gifted me to her best friend, who was also a very powerful woman, gifted my styling services for her like Christmas gift. Boom, client number 4. That client happened to be best friends with 2 very famous people. So she had me do some personal shopping for those people. Like, boom, what's that? 5 and 6. Am I getting the math right? I don't know, who cares? And I had a little woo, just all of a sudden I had all these clients. I'm like, yes, woo. Well, when those referrals dried up, the waves stopped a waving, right? They went down like this. I'm like, where are the clients at? And that's when I had to start thinking about marketing myself and building a website and figuring out how to drum up clients, because that wave was over. And that's when I realized oh shit, I didn't really have anything repeatable. Yes, you can ask for referrals. I teach you how to do that inside of Style Boss Academy. Yes, you can do things to initiate word of mouth, but having something repeatable where if I launch in this certain way, it'll bring about these results. If I do this type of content, it will bring about results. If I have this many calls with prospective clients, on average, I close this many, right? Those are the things that say I have a business, not just a hobby. People who have a hobby of being a personal stylist, clients just come here and there. Can't predict it. Here's one. Oh, here's none. Here's one. Here's none. Here's none. Here's 2. Here's none. That's not a business. That's chaos. Okay? That's chaos. Third question and final question that I'm going to review in this video. Trust me, there's way more questions. We're try to keep it concise. The third thing I want you to ask yourself is this: can your business function without you? What? I know. So, if you are building a true blue business, right? That's got that revenue that you can predict. It's got those repeatable results. What if it can't do anything without you? Well, you definitely don't have a business. You are like prisoner to what you've created. So that kind of takes the hobby to a level of darkness. Like, what if you had a hobby of like making bracelets, but they were like, oh, P.S., you're going to be like a sweatshop. You're going to make these bracelets. You're not really going to make money, get paid, because you're just going to be in the hole. But you're going to have to keep making them and making them and making them for other people to enjoy. That's kind of what it's like when you build a business that cannot function at all without you. So if you have a real business, you are going to have a team of people that are helping you. You are going to have systems in place so things can happen and function. You could take a vacation. You could get, catch a cold, right? And like be able to sleep while you're not feeling so hot. And your business will still function and money will still come in. So I know for a lot of people watching who are early in their personal styling business or want to start a personal styling business, this sounds impossible to you. But I go and, shop for the clients and do all the things. Trust me, there is a way to expand and grow. I'm going to teach you how to do it inside of where? Style Boss Academy, which reopens on May 12th. It's an incredible, if I do say so myself, 10-week course. It's entrepreneurship for stylists. So we're going to take the stuff you're good at, right? You're good at shopping. You're good at putting looks together. You're good at making people feel happy through personal style. I'm going to teach you how to take that gift and turn it into something that makes money, right? Turn it into something that has purpose behind it. Because trust me, you need to have some purpose and some drive if you want the stamina to run your business. Because, I'm just remembering when I was coaching my mastermind clients and we had this conversation, one of my students, she goes, well, this doesn't sound very fun. She's like, all this business stuff, this doesn't sound fun at all. I'm like, well, if you have a real purpose and passion behind what you do as a personal stylist, you actually get excited about doing what is required of you to run the business. Because when you run a business properly, that only means that you get to serve more people. That only means that you get to make more money. Listen, I know the idea of running a business can sound like really scary, and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'll just stick my head in the sand and keep styling people and not making money, losing money instead, because that sounds more fun. If you build a business that actually has like purpose behind it, and you can tap into that purpose, tap into your why, you get excited about the business part of it. Because if you build a proper business, that means you get to serve more clients because your business is running more smoothly. So it is worth it to turn your expensive hobby of shopping for a living into a legitimate business. And again, I will help you do that. I will help you do that inside of Style Boss Academy, which reopens on May 12th. So mark your calendar, open up all your emails for me, because trust me, you are going to want to get into this course, because after it closes up, you're going to have to wait a long, long time to get up in there. If you like this video, let me know, show me some love in the comments, and give me a subscribe. Would really, really appreciate that. And I will see you in the next video.